Okay, hi everyone. I'm Dan Bostrom, Rails Member Engagement Manager, and today I'm speaking with Estevan Montaño. He is the University Librarian at the Rebecca Crown Library at Dominican University. Estevan, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Dan. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's the 50th anniversary of the Rebecca Crown Library, so congratulations.
How exciting is that? There's been so many graduate students coming out of the library school through Dominican, especially around here in the Chicago area and across Illinois, that hopefully this is something any student that has come across the SYS program here or have used the Rebecca Crown Library in any way whatsoever. Hopefully they find some sort of engagement and opportunity in the anniversary.
So it seems like you're really throwing quite a party with events and programs. Can you tell us all about it?
Sure. So we are going to be having an exhibit throughout the entire month of April of 2022. We're going to be showcasing different testimonials from alumni who've submitted their testimonials about the Rebecca Crown Library, several librarians that have graduated from the SYS program as well in academic, government, public, you name that type of library, we have those testimonials now, and we're so excited for the engagement that has been coming from the alumni. But more specifically, we will be having two big events. We're going to have a keynote with Stephen Seghetti, who is currently our archivist at the Rebecca Crown Library. He will be giving an overview in terms of the history and the manifestation of the Rebecca Crown Library back in the 60s and how it came to fruition to where we see it now and all the new renovations that have happened. You probably have seen 2 years ago, the Rebecca Crown Library was in the ILA Reporter about the renovations that happened there. It was a almost $5 million renovation. So he'll be talking specifically about the history itself. And then excitingly, we're also going to have a coffee talk at the end of April. And this is going to be led by a professor in the library school that I think a lot of alumni know currently, by Mary Pat Fallon. And she is going to have a coffee talk with three library directors in Illinois. So the director of the Park Ridge Public Library, the director of the River Forest Public Library, and the director of the St. Francis University Library. They're just going to have a chill coffee talk about their experiences in the school, but also the library itself and how it had helped them sort of engage with the Dominican University community as well as the library community overall. And I will say, I'll just preview this, that there will be some shout outs to Rails. So a big thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, well, you know, what struck me is, if you go to the website, the Rebecca Crown Library website, there's so many cool things on there. There's photos, there's you can do like a virtual tour, which is really cool. And then also that you have a gadget on there that allows you to record your own testimonial via Zoom, which I think is such a great idea. But it's really fun to just play around with.
Definitely. And I highly encourage anybody who's been impacted by the Rebecca Crown Library in one way or another through your career, through different conferences that may have been happen there, to definitely give a testimonial. We're putting it in the exhibit. It'll go live just for the exhibit. And so I highly encourage it.
Yeah.
And I should mention, don't forget to check out the website. I'm glad you brought that up. It's RebeccaCrownLibrary.org. That's our anniversary webpage that will give you all the resources that are available for the anniversary.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we'll definitely link to it in the description of this video. But when you come in, one of the first things you see is like a construction photo of the circular staircase. And it's just a very memorable, I've been in the library a couple of times. It's a very memorable feature of the library. So it's really cool to see. It's funny, like there's two people like obviously working on sawing something or some sort of construction project right there in the library. So that's really fun. Okay, so one of the questions I have for you is, you know, when we first talked about this, when I first saw your communication about this, what struck me is it seems like a really good opportunity to sort of tell the story of the library in this anniversary. So a lot of our libraries probably have anniversaries coming up or are thinking about those sort of things. What advice would you give them to you know, in terms of celebrating an anniversary like this, in terms of the planning or whatever else you want to let people know about?
Sure. I would say probably the best advice as I was putting this together is don't run solo. If you have a programming department, think outside the box. Who else would be able to participate, actively participate, really, and help build the programming, the marketing, and so forth outside of just one particular unit. And luckily for us at Dominican, we have a lot of programming kind of faculty, students, staff that are involved with different types of programming, sort of all on their own, bringing them together under essentially one umbrella with one topic was really helpful in terms of getting this anniversary event out. But also think about your communities. So for us, our communities of alumni, our local communities around River Forest, Oak Park, Forest Park, and all the areas west of Chicago have really stepped up and helped think about what kind of programs we should be having or would be helpful. So the way that I sort of organized it was to have a Rebecca Crown 50th anniversary committee. And I know it's another committee, but it actually worked very well in this particular context.
That's great. That's great advice. Yeah. Okay. Well, Estevan, that will do it for us. I really appreciate all the time. Congratulations on the anniversary, and best of luck for you and the library in the next 50 years.
Thank you so much. I hope to see everybody there.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye.